Hey guys, this is Haley, and today I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on my medication. I will have my last medication video listed in the cards, or I will have it listed in the link in the description, so you can go ahead and watch that. In that video, I just go over like the medications, my medication history, like from when I was a kid all the way up to the present. But since that video was filmed, I've actually switched medications and made a little bit of progress, so I did want to talk about that. So where I left off last time was I was taking Prozac, and I was actually lowering my dose because I didn't think that medication was working for me. And I had also sent my DNA in to be genetically tested to see what medications work good with my genes, and so then they would like send back a report and just kind of like show us what type of medications work well for me, what kind of medications do not. So I did get the results back, and they actually gave me them in this like big sheet of paper. I can't really like show you all of it because it does have personal information on it, but so they do have a lot of different pages on here. It just kind of like goes through like what type of like pain medication I can take, what kind of other kind of medication I can take, so it's not strictly just antidepressants, but the page that we're mostly focusing on is the antidepressant page. So on this page, it just gives you a 3 different categories. The first category is the list of medications that work really well with my genes, and the middle column is a column that has a moderate gene-drug interaction. Pretty much what that means is my genes interact with that specific drug in a certain way that could cause it not to work very well, or I could have more side effects, you know, stuff like that. And then the third column is a significant gene-drug interaction, which means pretty much I should not be taking that medication. There's a lot of interaction between my genes and the drug, which could cause, you know, like bad results. So so pretty much what we want to stick with is the drugs on the good category, I guess you could call it. But what I thought was interesting was all the medications I had taken in the past, which were Celexa, Lexapro, and Prozac. Those were all in the moderate gene-drug interaction column, which means that my genes may not interact with the drug very well, and it may cause me side effects, or it may not work very well. So that kind of gave me hope, just because like all the medications I had ever taken in the past have an interaction with my genes, meaning they may not work very well, I may have more side effects. So it kind of gave me hope in a sense that there are a ton of other drugs out there that I haven't tried that, you know, work really well with my genes. So that was kind of like, it was kind of like exciting for me to find out, because I kind of thought like, you know, maybe I'm just overreacting and maybe these medications really were working and I just wasn't, I don't know, thinking they were. So anyways, now that we had this list of all this medication that I could take, we just kind of narrowed it down to a couple choices, and I decided to take Effexor. So Effexor is a really common drug that people use to treat OCD. It helps with like anxiety and depression and all that stuff too, but one of the main things it treats is OCD. So I really wanted to try that, as I'd heard other people using this medication and had good luck, which of course that doesn't mean I will have good luck with it, as everyone's body is different, but you know, I just thought that was the first one I wanted to try. It also did not have very many side effects with it. So I have actually raised my dose like twice already with the Effexor. So I started out on 35 or 37.5, I don't know. The milligrams in this medication is like really wonky and I can never keep it straight. But pretty much I am now on 3 pills of the Effexor, and they're very small doses. So it's just because I couldn't get a single pill in a larger dose for some reason. My pharmacy didn't carry it. So anyways, I am on a higher dose, but I'm still not on a high enough dose that is to treat OCD. So like this medication is a very weak medication, so when you first start out it really doesn't help until you get to like a really high dose. So I'm still not up to that dose yet where it like starts really helping and stuff. But I will say, since starting this medication, I feel a lot better. I haven't really felt that depressed a lot recently. I still have a lot of anxiety, but I feel like it's definitely better than when I wasn't on any medication. And as for my OCD, it is still the same. I'm still having a ton of compulsions, so that really hasn't really helped yet. I was actually having a lot of side effects from the Effexor at first. So probably the major thing I didn't like is I was getting a feeling like I was gonna pass out. So pretty much anytime I stood up, my vision would completely go. So it was like I would black out kind of, but I wouldn't completely pass out. So I would stand up and I would get a ton of pressure in my head. My vision would go. I would be like, I was completely black, and I would just have to stand there like holding on to a wall or something until my vision slowly came back, and then everything was blurry for a couple minutes, and then eventually my vision totally came back. And during that time there's a lot of pressure in my eyes, my ears, my head. So that was really concerning because it was happening like all the time. Like even when I was just like walking around the house doing whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out, and I've never passed out before, and I'm kind of like scared of it, so I don't think anyone really wants to pass out. So that was really concerning. Another thing that was concerning was I would just be doing normal everyday things, and my heart rate would go all the way up to 150 beats per minute, which is very, very high for just walking or standing or anything. So the first day that happened, I just felt really funny. I was like I felt something wrong in my chest, and then I got dizzy, and then I checked my heart rate and it was 150 beats per minute. So I was like, wow, that's really high. So I sat down in a chair and I was like, okay, maybe I don't know, maybe something was just wrong. So I was like, I'll just sit down and try to relax. And an hour later, my heart rate was still at 120 beats per minute, so I could not get it down any lower than that. So I called my doctor and I was like, what do I do? Is this from my medication? All that stuff. So pretty much he told me to take half of my dose in the morning and half of it after lunch, so that it wasn't releasing into my body at the same time and causing, that significant heart rate increase. And then the least concerning side effect I have is excessive sweating. That is like one of the main side effects of this medication. Pretty much I have a ton of night sweats. I wake up drenched every morning. In the beginning I was having it throughout the day, but that's kind of decreased now that I've been on it for a while. So it's kind of just an annoying side effect, not necessarily like a concerning side effect. So anyway, the last time I went to the doctor, we really were, kind of talking about my passing out feeling and stuff, because, that could also be from, a heart issue or, something else medically wrong. So we really wanted to make sure it wasn't medical. And I had also been to my normal doctor for total other reasons, and she had pretty much just told me to drink more water. So I was actually drinking like tons of fluids. I was charting how much I was drinking, making sure I was drinking enough for my body weight. I was also eating enough protein for my body, because as soon as a doctor hears I'm a vegetarian, they say all my problems are caused by lack of protein. But it wasn't true, because I was logging all my protein and I got enough and even more than I need for my body weight. So yeah, I was like, okay, it's not from dehydration, it's not from lack of protein, it must be medical or from medication. So when I saw my doctor, he's like, we really want to make sure that it's not something physically wrong. So I got sent to a lab and had extensive blood testing done. And I hate blood tests so much. I've had a lot in my life, but I still do not like them at all. It's like, ugh, I don't know, I just don't like it. So I did get blood tests done and everything turned out normal, so he's pretty confident in saying that it's not something physical. So he's pretty sure it's probably a side effect from my medication, even though, he really didn't think it was. But so he's like, well, it's probably from your medication, so I'm gonna prescribe you another medication to help with those side effects. So it's kind of annoying whenever you get a medication and have to take another medication to control side effects, But the type of medication he put me on was also another one that could help relieve anxiety. So pretty much I'm taking a super low dose of that, half in the morning, half at night, just to decrease my heart rate so that it doesn't like skyrocket, and also to help with blacking out and feeling head rushes and all that stuff. So I've been on this medication for over a week now, and it has helped a ton. It has helped with my anxiety, it has helped with my head rushes, it has helped with my heart rate. So the only thing it hasn't helped with is my sweating, but it wasn't really supposed to help with that anyways. But I'm really happy with how it's been working. So I'm really excited about that, and I think I'm in a place right now, medication-wise, where I think I could probably raise my dose as long as it didn't cause too much side effects. But I also think I'm in a place where like I can go and do things that I haven't been able to do in like a year, and that's like really relieving to me. Like, so I don't know if it's just I'm in a good place right now or if the medication is really working, but yeah, I definitely do know that I do need to get back into therapy with a psychologist, counselor, you know, something like that. I do have one in mind that I might go with, but I'm probably gonna wait till after summer's done and, you know, I just get into the routine of winter a little bit just before I start that whole thing. But I do think that would really help me even more, so, you know, just get me in a better place than I am right now. So yeah, that's just kind of my medication update, and I didn't want to make it too long, but it probably is. So I know some people were just wondering how I was doing and stuff like that, so that's pretty much it. I did also want to mention something about my contest, as my contest video was my last video I posted. The contest ended on August 15th, but I didn't get back home from vacation until yesterday, so I sent the email out late to the contest winner. So I am still currently waiting for a reply from her. I'll probably wait a couple days to a week. If she doesn't reply, then I'll pick a new winner. So yeah, if you entered in my contest, please check your email, because I emailed you asking for your address so that I could send you the prize. I'm super excited for this, and I want to thank everyone who entered. So don't feel bad if you didn't win. I really want to have like more contests in the future, because I thought this was just really fun. Like, it's just simple, but it's also just like, I don't know, I just thought it was super fun because it's something I found useful for myself and I thought would be useful to my audience. So before I go, please don't forget to leave a comment down below, you know, asking me questions or whatever, but I would love if you guys posted some video requests down there, because I'm always looking for what you guys want to see and what you guys want to hear. So any typical video, anything about mental health, anything about my personal life, anything, just leave it down in the description, in the comment section. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, so that you guys can see when I post a new video. That's pretty much it for this video. I will see you all soon on a new one. Bye!